Hello, today is Tuesday, July 22nd. Soon it will be Hump Day, next day in 20 minutes. I'm going to read this article from my Facebook friend Yoshimatsu. He's a judo master practicing or living in Malaysia, right? KL. He used to be an interpreter or translator in Japan. I was amazed at his English capability. Almost all Japanese, they cannot speak good English. They have difficulties in understanding English or practicing English, but his English is quite high level, and he has good grip on it, right? He's an excellent English writer. And also he has some deep knowledge, deep understanding, or more thoroughly thought out plans or ideas about things. So this article was written by him. Let's read his article to see what the context is, how competent he is with English. The title is Japan's Rice Market and President Donald Trump's Demands. As you know, the rice prices in Japan doubled recently. That's strange. So when they come visit Korea, they should buy rice from Korea to compensate for their yen expenses spent in Korea, right? If they buy just one big bag of rice and take it back home, they can make a profit right there, and it will cover all the travel expenses. President Donald Trump's stance. President Donald Trump criticized Japan for its refusal to open its rice market and import U.S. rice, despite the surging price of rice, which is causing distress to Japanese consumers. He strongly demanded market liberalization. Japan's current situation background: rice as a staple food. Rice is more than just an agricultural product. It is the staple food for Japanese people with a population of 120 million. So it's like 3 times larger than Korean population. Food security. Due to concerns about food security, for example, preventing starvation, if imports are cut off due to deteriorating diplomatic relations, the Japanese government has traditionally managed and controlled rice production. Failure of a production adjustment policy, Gentan. While the government had implemented a policy of reducing rice acreage, Gentan Seisaku, to control production, it is suggested that the recent surge in rice prices was caused by a failure of the government and agricultural cooperatives to manage supply effectively this time. The role of rice in food security and disaster prevention. From a food security perspective, maintaining domestic production. If cheap foreign rice were to be imported in large quantities, Japanese rice farmers would likely be unable to compete on price, leading to widespread bankruptcies and a devastating blow to the entire rice farming industry. This would significantly reduce Japan's food self-sufficiency in times of emergency. So they need to pack a punch all the time. The farmers need the right equipment, right prices, and right policies to continue to farm rice for the security of the Japan. or security of the Japanese food industry. Declining and aging farmer population. While the specific percentage was not provided, it is known fact that the proportion of farmers in Japan is decreasing and the farming population is aging. That's same trend in Korea. If this trend accelerates due to cheap imports, maintaining food production capacity will become even more challenging. From a natural disaster prevention perspective, multifunctional role of paddy fields, 水田 are or 水田 are not or 水涧 are not merely sites for rice production. They function as artificial reservoirs encode the 凝水地 凝水池 人口の储水池 contributing to water management by regulating floods and replenishing groundwater, disaster prevention for landslides. Furthermore, paddy fields play a crucial role in preventing natural disasters such as landslides, especially in Japan's terrain, which has limited flatland and many mountains. They act as important disaster prevention infrastructure. Characteristics of Japanese agriculture, geographical and climatic constraints. Compared to other countries, Japan has less flat land with many mountains and sloped areas, terraces, right? This often results in small-scale paddy fields, including terraced rice paddies, tanada. Productivity. Due to climatic conditions, rice harvesting is typically only possible once a year in many regions, making it difficult for Japan to compete with other countries in terms of large-scale, high-efficiency rice production. The imminent challenge and public choice. Pressure from the Trump administration. Japan is facing a critical decision whether to yield to the pressure from President Donald Trump's market opening demands. I would praise it, President Donald Trump demanding a market opening, right? Potentially compromising its food security. Upcoming outlook. The deadline set by the Trump administration is approaching, and Japan will soon be forced to decide on its response to this issue. Subsequently, the public will have the opportunity to evaluate the government's decision in upcoming elections and make their votes heard. This issue is a complex one, deeply intertwined with economics, diplomacy, agricultural policy, land preservation, and the daily lives of the Japanese people, with no easy solutions apparent, or with no easy solutions on the horizon, right? Well, that's it. So Japan is what we call between the between the rock and the hard place, right? It's in the behind the 8 ball, right? It's not on the cloud 9. It's not in its element. It cannot get the shit straight. It cannot have its ducks in a row, right? It's in the treacherous elementary climate. It is in the deep shit, something like that. I hope all the best for Japan, and Donald Trump sincerely have nice stance and composure and behave better, because many Asian countries are reeling from his demands. Take care. Bye bye.